Hello and welcome back to my channel. I decided to jump on today and create a video on the last 9 months. It's April 1st. No joke. I'm here 9 months into retirement. I can't believe it. Time has flown by literally. So I wanted to just share my reflections on what the last 9 months have been like, what I've discovered, things that surprised me. So last July 2nd of 2025, I retired after 37 years with the same company. At the age of 55, I loaded up my car with all of my office stuff. I had a luncheon, I gave some speeches. My big message was I'm going to move into a year of being and not doing, and said goodbye to all my friends and colleagues. And so what happened since then? It's gone by so quickly. It's almost hard to imagine. July and August felt like summer holidays. My partner lives in Michigan, and so I spent some good time at the beautiful lakes in Michigan. September, took a quick trip to Vegas with my kids and their girlfriends and Trace, and got away. And then I did have my first big trip post retirement, which was to Asia for 3.5 weeks: Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos. That was phenomenal. And I will do a separate video on some of my trips and dive into the highlights and the things I discovered in these areas. And then into Christmas. So, boom, the new year. Time really has flown by without much time to really sit and, be in retirement. Though I will say, I have been successful in moving into a being versus doing mode. I don't miss work. That's one of my big discoveries. I don't miss it. The routine, I've kept myself in a fairly good routine. I have another discovery is I like to go to bed early and get up early. You'd think once you have no alarm clock anymore that you may take advantage of that, or want to sleep in or stay up late. No, it's been the opposite for me. I've truly embraced getting up really early, earlier now because I'm fostering a dog. That's a whole other video. But getting up early and going to bed early, I don't have bed dread. I no longer go to bed worrying about the next day, the emails coming in, the meetings I need to prep for, the deliverables or things that I need to churn out. That has been a huge relief, and my nervous system thanks me. Nervous system regulation, also really big focus of my retirement. In September, I embarked on a coaching program called Tame the Migraine, and I am now in remission from my migraines. But nervous system regulation has become part of my daily practice, and I'm finding the way I'm living my life now has actually been super beneficial for my nervous system all around. Um, I still connect with colleagues and friends. I lunches, and I love getting together with them and reconnecting and staying really social. I do find now that I'm retired, it's easier to be in hermit mode. I love being at home and not having commitments. So sometimes I have to force myself out. And when I do, of course, I enjoy it. But I also notice I'm really guarding my space and time and my calendar. So if I have too many appointments or luncheons in a week, I almost get nervous. Like, no, I don't want to be overcommitted. I don't want to have a big agenda that I have to follow. And I'm really diligent on spacing out my commitments and my time spent outside of the house in the city with other people. And that's something that I've just noticed. It's a observation. Um, a few times I've been on a Zoom or a Teams, whether it's through coaching or some of the programs that I'm doing out of interest, and that ding that you get with a Teams, it almost gives me PTSD. I think this is a takeaway from corporate where you were on Teams all day, or you needed to be on call and you got that ding and you knew it was somebody contacting you, or there was a deliverable that you needed to pay attention to. Just a weird observation. When I hear it, it's like Pavlov. It's like, oh, but that brings back a memory, a trauma. I don't miss that. Um, I I don't I don't feel guilty about ticking boxes or not ticking boxes or getting to my to-do list. I certainly still am very list oriented, and I have a lot of things going on. I'm still very busy during the day. There's things that I'm ticking off, but there's no guilt around not completing the lists. I take breaks, I rest, I read, I bake, walk the dogs. and not putting so much pressure on myself to get things done. I'm really trying to be in a state of flow, and that's been pretty phenomenal. But I'm also very curious. My mind is excited and eager to learn. I've taken some AI courses online. I'm currently enrolled in a breathwork and meditation teacher training program, which is amazing. And, whether I do this and complete this for myself or as some sort of vocation in the future is yet to be determined, but I'm really loving that. Yoga Nidra is another discovery that I'm practicing to get out of my head and into my body, but something that I may explore down the road. The Tame the Migraine coaching that I've done. So, what I find is that as I have idle time, I'm not idle. I'm actually moving into the directions of interest and exploration and curiosity, and still very much, busy with learning and exploring new things. Simplicity is contagious. I have been on some big trips, as I mentioned, Asia in the fall, and just back from 2 weeks in Portugal. And as much as I love traveling, I do love being at home. I love being in the state of just simple living and fully embracing that. Um, and yes, so the other thing is I actually take myself out on dates. May seem super weird, but I've wellness has been a big part of my retirement so far. Of course, it was always, a focus before, but now I'm trying to hit the gym 3 or 4 times a week. In doing so, though, I'll take myself out. I've taken myself out for breakfast a few times before I go to the gym. After the gym, oh, I feel like Vietnamese. I'm taking myself out for Vietnamese lunch and breakfast. It's great. I've learned, and I knew this before, but I've learned how much I really just love my own company, and I'm not lonely. And solitude isn't a bad thing in my world right now. It's actually very much something that I crave and enjoy, and yeah, I don't think it's weird at all. When I was in corporate, I traveled a ton and I was very comfortable sitting in restaurants by myself. And I still love to do that, is another discovery. Um, Lots of exciting things, fostering and volunteering with pet rescue. And I'm fostering a 1-year-old husky who's phenomenal. It's so much work, but it's very rewarding. My travel will continue. I'm hosting with the Women's Travel Network. My first trip will be in September of 2027 to Tuscany, Italy. And my own travel, my next big trip personally will be in Hawaii in the fall. But and I want to share about those things. I'll share with you. I do have some travel tips. After this Portugal trip, I came back with some travel tips that I think are worthwhile sharing. But anyway, if you're still here with me, I'm honored to share my space with you. And I hope you subscribe to my channel. I'm going to have so much fun just telling stories and probably rambling on here, but that's what this space is for me, is to share my reflections in retirement, in my midlife uncharted. And stay tuned for future videos, and I hope you have a phenomenal day and a happy April, and we'll connect soon. Bye.